And we are live from Silicon Valley in the San Francisco Bay Area. Philip Ma here with eXp Realty. Today, I am going to cover home warranty mastery. And I have the perfect guest for this topic, Toni Burrows, Senior Account Executive with Home Warranty of America. Thank you, Toni, for joining me. How are you doing?
Great, Philip. Thank you. Thank you for having me. What a pleasure. Nice to see you today.
Nice to see you, and I'm looking forward to our conversation. Tell me how you got started in the home warranty business and how long have you been in this industry?
I've been in the home warranty industry well over 25 years. And I got started just by a friend who recommended that I should go talk to somebody that was in home warranty. And I did. It was with a company called Continental Home Warranty years ago in Walnut Creek that no longer exist. And that's how I started. I've been in this territory and in this business for that many years.
Amazing. And mostly in the San Francisco Bay Area?
In the Bay Area, San Francisco, San Mateo, and Santa Clara counties.
Excellent. Excellent. So you are very familiar with our Silicon Valley Bay Area here,
Absolutely.
which is great. And I'm glad that you're based here. So let's start with just what's the difference between homeowners insurance and a home warranty?
So your homeowner's insurance is going to cover things like fire and flood, broken windows, things like that. The home warranty is going to cover your major systems and appliances. So if your dishwasher breaks due to normal wear and usage, we're going to take care of that. If your furnace breaks, your hot water heater, your plumbing, your electrical, your HVAC, and your appliances. And with your homeowner's insurance, it's going to be more things like fire and flood and, windows and things of that sort.
Okay, got you. And is there typically deductibles, limits?
There is. There is a $75 trade call fee. So if your dishwasher stops working and you put in a claim, we send a technician out and there's a $75 trade call fee. It's per trade. So if you have a plumbing issue and an appliance issue, we're going to send an appliance person and a plumber. So there would be two service call fees that would be due. Now, in regards to the homeowner's insurance, if your dishwasher were to leak and ruin the kitchen flooring, we would come in and take care of the dishwasher. But we do have in our platinum coverage on our policy, we would cover up to $1,000 towards the homeowner's deductible for that secondary damage, as long as it's a covered claim on the home warranty policy.
Very nice. So that kind of bridges the gap of the deductible on the homeowner's insurance part of it.
Absolutely. And when you have water intrusion, you generally have a lot of damage. So if you have a leak underneath the kitchen sink from, a pipe or a faucet and it ruins the cabinetry and you're going to need to call your homeowner's insurance for that, we're going to cover up to $1,000 on their deductible as long as it's a covered system or appliance through the home warranty. Furnaces, hot water heaters, plumbing issues, dishwashers, those types of things. They can cause a lot of damage. Washing machines.
Yeah, for sure. That could require water remediation and a lot of damage. Yes. Hey, I like that cat.
Yes, just like the camera.
Yeah. All right. Now let's just talk about, in the context of a real estate transaction, if a homeowner is listing their house for sale, how does the home warranty come into play there?
So when you take a listing, you have the option to put what's known as seller's coverage on the property. So that's going to provide your basic policy during the listing period. It's usually on for 6 months, although we know that property sells very fast here in Silicon Valley. It's $35. And if something breaks due to normal wear and usage, then again, it's a trade call fee and we're going to come out and take care of it for the seller. And then it goes into the buyer's policy when you close escrow.
In other words, it can transfer over to the buyer.
So yes, seller's coverage is So if you're listing my property and you put seller's coverage on, that's going to provide for me, excuse the cat, she wants to see everybody. It's going to provide for you during that listing period for the seller. And then when the buyer is ready to go and you close escrow, it goes into the buyer's policy, and then the buyer has a 13-month policy.
Okay. Okay. That very nice. So I can see how a listing agent would want to get that coverage for their seller client. And that way, if anything breaks, any of those appliances or systems breaks while the home is being marketed, let's say they're holding open houses and people are coming through the property. If something breaks, then it is covered with those trade call fees.
As long as it's due to normal wear and usage, and it was not disclosed. So if we send a plumber out for, let's say, the dishwasher again, and he says, gee, it's not hooked up properly, then that would not be covered, because that would not be normal wear and usage. It should have been disclosed. So anything that is not working properly needs to be taken care of. Otherwise, it's going to be omitted from the home warranty policy.
Okay, got you. And that seller's coverage you said was up to 6 months?
Yes, that will cover up to 6 months, and it can be extended if needed, but I've not experienced that.
Okay, great, great. And then your Home Warranty of America, you offered this 13-month policy. That would be when the buyer takes ownership of the property, correct?
Correct. We have a 13-month policy, a $75 service call fee, and it is 13 months from the start of the policy, which starts at the close of escrow. When they close escrow, then that's when the policy starts. Now, if you're not in escrow, we also offer the same home warranty policy with a 30-day waiting period from the time of payment. So if you want to give your neighbor the policy, you can do that. There's just a 30-day waiting period. So they still get a full year, and it's the exact same policy.
Okay, very nice, very nice. So if I just own a home and I don't have a home warranty, or I have it with another company, I can get your coverage, Home Warranty of America, but there's just a 30-day waiting period.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. So anybody not going through the escrow process, there's a 30-day waiting period.
Okay. Okay, nice. Now, a couple questions about the policy itself, like your company's policy. Is the homeowner able to call their own contractor if they have a plumber that they like? Are they able to do that?
No, you always need to file your claim. Every home warranty, you need to call the home warranty company, file your claim through the home warranty company. And we all have contractors that we work with. They don't work for our company. They are independent contractors. So what happens is it goes into the system. The contractors have the ability to pick up any calls that they would like. So what you need to do is put the claim in first through the home warranty company, and then somebody will pick it up. If nobody picks it up in a reasonable amount of time, then they will give you what's known as outside reimbursement, that you can indeed call somebody on your own. However, when that contractor comes to the house, you still need to call the company to get authorization for the repair. And every home warranty company works the exact same way.
Okay, got you. And the contractors that you use are all licensed and they're vetted by you, correct?
Everybody has to be licensed, bonded, and insured. We are governed by the Department of Insurance here in California. Absolutely.
Okay, okay. And what about if the homeowner just wants to take the cash instead of getting the repair done by that contractor?
They have the option to do that. So let's use the dishwasher again. The dishwasher breaks and it's a $200 repair. And we've sent our tech out and he says it needs this part and it's going to be $200. If the homeowner is thinking about putting a new dishwasher in anyways, or they're going to be remodeling, they can certainly say that they would rather have the cash in lieu of the repair. And the way that works is they would need to go buy that appliance and then submit the invoice to us, and then we would provide that $200 to them.
Okay.
Once we know that they have that appliance replaced, then we'll go ahead and send them the dollar amount of what that repair would have been.
Oh, okay. So that's if they wanted to just replace it altogether.
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
if they wanted to, yeah, but because we're not just going to say, okay, we're going to give you the cash out for no reason, and then they still have a broken appliance, because then they
Right.
can go someplace else and do that, play that game again. So no, they need to replace the appliance or system, whatever it is, and then we'll show us proof of proper installation and repair, and then we'll go ahead and send them the monies.
Got you. Okay. All right. Now, I think we talked a little bit about the transfer or the buyer picking up coverage at close of escrow. What about transferring it? Or is that the same thing? If the seller has coverage and then it basically the buyer can pick up that coverage, but it's under a new policy, right?
So yes, if you're on seller's coverage, then it will automatically transfer to a buyer's policy through escrow, provided that the buyer wants to have a policy, whoever's paying for it. There's no hard and fast rules on that. If you're listing a home and they have a Home Warranty of America policy on it already and say they have 6 months left, that is transferable to the new buyer.
Oh, okay. Okay. That 6 months is transferable.
Yes.
Got you.
You
Okay.
can always transfer it to the new buyer.
Okay. All right. That's that would make a difference. Yeah. So how about just, can you give me an idea of what the cost range is for the policy? I know there's different coverages, but just in general, what kind of cost would be for that 13-month policy?
Yeah, the basic policy for a single family home in California is about $500, and for a condo it's about $460. And then there's options you can add on, like washer, dryer, refrigerator, because those are not necessarily transferred with the sale of a home. There's pool and spa. There's external sewer coverage. There's additional refrigerator, beverage refrigerators, well pumps, septic, those types of items. Outdoor kitchens, anybody that has an outdoor kitchen.
Okay. And so it's really up to the homeowner which coverages they choose.
Well,
kind of a menu.
Yeah, you can look at the menu, but as the agent, then yeah, I'm gonna ask you questions, like what's in the home, and then you can add what you want. And the homeowner does have 30 days after close of escrow to add any options that they want.
Okay.
So if they get moved into the house and they're reading their policy and they say, hey, we really want to cover that beverage refrigerator in the bar area, or gee, we'd really like to cover our outdoor kitchen, they can add that by all means.
Okay.
Yeah, in-law units, any homes that are over 5,000 square feet. You can also do multi-year plans. You can do 2-year, 3-year, and 4-year plans, and you do get a pretty good discount if you do that all at one time.
Yeah, nice.
Mm-hmm.
And if the policy if it's part of, let's say it's part of the transaction or the offer that the buyer's making on the property, then there's I guess, some cost that can be negotiated as to who covers that, whether it's the seller, the buyer, or maybe one of the agents on either side of the transaction. That's all up for negotiation, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, there's no rule as to who pays for the policy. I have several clients that paid for it themselves as a gift. They always do. And then there's people that write it in that the seller is going to pay for it, or buyer and seller are going to split it. It can be whoever. It's just a good tool to have. You want to have one.
Right. Okay. And then where does home inspection, we kind of touched on this a little bit, but when would a home inspection be needed up front?
So
or is there one needed?
No, we don't require a home inspection to get a home warranty policy, but in the case of the homeowner moves in and 2 days into the policy, they say their furnace doesn't work and they call in the claim. The first question they're going to be asked is, when was the last time the furnace worked?
Okay.
So, and if they say, oh, well, it never worked, well, then obviously it's not going to be a covered claim because everything has to be in good working condition prior to closing escrow. Anything that's not, or anything that's in the home inspection is going to be excluded from the home warranty. Now, if they move in and it's, 2 weeks down the road and the furnace stops working and we ask for the home inspection and the home inspection showed that everything was working fine and it's just one of those things. Yes, it did break due to normal wear and usage. Things wear out. Appliances wear out. Systems wear out. Things do happen. And when you get different people into a home, if you move a couple that's been living in a home for 50 years by themselves, and then you move in a family of 5 and all the systems and appliances are going to start being used, you're going to have some things happen pretty quick.
Right.
So it's all normal wear and tear. I mean, I have had clients where, they've had grandchildren over and, the grandchildren hide out in the bathroom. And the next thing you know, they've got all the combs and hairbrushes down the toilet and the toilet's broken. That's not normal wear and usage. Or silverware that drops down the garbage disposal. That's not normal wear and usage. Home warranties don't cover things like that. But if it just breaks due to normal wear and tear, then yeah, it's covered.
All right. All right. Sounds good. What is there anything else that you wanted to mention about HWA, your policy, or anything that I didn't cover that you think is worth mentioning?
Well, like I said, we do offer the multi-year. We do offer new construction. So anybody that's under new construction, we do have a policy that starts on day 366 because you are going to have your builder's warranty and your manufacturer's warranty for all your appliances. So that policy goes from years 2 through 5, and it's a more than reasonable price. We also offer on our platinum coverage the financial shield, which is going to provide identity theft protection for anybody that is in the home. So anybody that lives in the home can sign up for that, and they will get an email about that about 30 days after close of escrow. And that's a great tool. We also are offering cell phone protection, which we just put in the policy this year. So you can have up to 2 claims, up to $800 per policy year. It's, I believe, $180 option. So if the phone breaks and it's a covered claim, then we would go ahead and pay up to $800 twice a year. And that's for anybody in the house. So if you've got a bunch of kids in the home and you're paying, $15, $20 a month on your bill, it would be worth it to pay the $180 and get that coverage. It's a great coverage.
Yeah, that's a very nice benefit. I can tell you, I've had multiple phones with my kids. I've had multiple phones broken that I had to figure out how to get that. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. And it happens. It's just a great policy. There's a lot of bells and whistles to it. I always encourage, as you know, give me a call if you're, concerned or you have questions, but anybody can go onto our website and look at the policy and figure out what it is that they may want or options that they may want. We've got the best policy out there.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. And I will have Toni's contact info in the description below this video if you're watching it on my YouTube channel. Do you want to give out your email, Toni, or how can people reach you?
Yeah, email is probably the best way to reach me.
Okay. Great. So I have toni.tiger.
Yes.
At hwahomewarranty.com.
Correct.
Okay, perfect. And I'll put that in the description for this video. And I just want to thank you for your time. Appreciate all of the great information today.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Always nice to speak with you, Philip. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely my pleasure. Have a good day.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.